All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praises to YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. The title of this lesson is, basically Sirach, the 11th chapter and the 5th verse, and one that was never thought of half worn the crown. And speaking of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, it's not at all in the mind of the people of this world that you are indeed fact the next rulers of this world to come, and it's going to be a kingdom forever and ever, not for a little time here, a little time there. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are going to be the new ruling body, the new ruling government of the world, and you're going to run the world in righteousness, and the world's going to rejoice when you're in authority, because when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And here we are, bywords and proverbs, and an astonishment onto the nations, and abhorred by the other nations. Now look at those Negroes, look at those Latinos, and look at those Native Americans. They're bums. We're the laughing stock of the world. But we're like the worldly saying goes, we're gonna go from rags to riches, and not talking about riches as far as in this world, all right, but eternal riches, all right, because this is our inheritance. The world was made for our sakes. In the land where it says, "You are not my people," talking about the Most High's chosen people, there shall be said that you are the children of the Most High, because we are the children of the Most High. All right, and the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. He sets up whosoever he desires. All right, and he sets up the basis of men. And here it was thousands of years ago when it was said that this cave beast was going to be the new ruler of the earth. It was seen as a joke. Okay, and now the roles are reversed, and here it is being said that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are going to be the new rulers of the earth. And what is it? It's seen as a joke. All right, but that's how the Most High operates. He always dwells with the underdog. And you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, your inheritance is royalty, because you are the children of the Most High. All right, and you are going to be the new rulers of the earth. So getting started on the lesson, I'm going to start here in Sirach chapter 10 and verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. So at this very moment in time, okay, Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right, so the power has been given over to the wicked, and the wicked go back to a seed line, a bloodline, and it goes back to you, red Hebrew Edomites. You are the children of the wicked, the children of the wicked one. All right, and that's you, self-proclaimed white men, women, and children. You go back to the biblical Edomites. Esau is Edom, and you are the people of the Most High's everlasting indignation. He hates you people, all right, but here it is, he sets you above us, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The world was made for our sakes, but here the basis of men rules over us, and that shows you again, that's Daniel chapter 4, the kingdom, the Most High rules in the kingdom of men, and he gives give it to whomsoever he will. And this is a part of our punishment, having a cave beast rule over us. Okay, but that wasn't made to be forever. This was just made to be an example. All right, and now, like the scripture says, in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. All right, having you so-called white men, women, and children in rulership, and know you other heathen nations in rulership, is not profiting the earth at all. The earth is dying, the earth is sick, and the people are mourning. All right, that's why the Most High has to set up one that is profitable, because the Most High has not made the earth in vain. The Most High didn't make the earth just to you can destroy it and use it to howsoever will if you want to. Okay, the earth was made to be inhabited. All right, and the Most High's creation is not going to go out in vain. All right, so the Most High has to take you unprofitable rulers, which in today's day is you Edomites, you red Hebrew Edomites, is you have all dominion over the earth, Going back to your blessing with Esau, you shall have the fatness of the earth, and you shall live by the sword. But you are not profitable rulers. You're unworthy rulers. That's why you're going to get kicked out of your ruling seat, because you have an appointed time that you cannot pass. All right, and the true rulers of the earth are going to be set in your stead. All right, rightfully so, because this is our inheritance. All right, and you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans are the new profitable rulers. All right, so moving on to Sirach chapter 11, and I'm going to start at 1. Wisdom lifteth up the head of him that is of a low degree, and maketh him to sit among great men. All right, because this wisdom is what's quickening us. All right, and allowing us to have the wisdom, knowledge, understanding of the Heavenly Father. All right, that is the one who's going to be a profitable ruler. All right, them that the Most High loves, and the Most High justifies and backs up. All right, because the Most High does not back up the rulers of the world today. All right, that's why they're going to be destroyed. Okay, ruling the world in righteousness dwells with the godly men. All right, with the Most High's godly men, and those are the ones that follow his every word and every commandment. All right, because the Most High is perfect, and he wants as in heaven, so shall it be done on earth. The Most High wants his kingdom down here on earth. All right, and the ones to do that is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans. All right, continues this 2. Commend not a man for his beauty, neither abhor a man for his outward appearance. Okay, and that's what all these people do in this world, is they judge by appearance. All right, not knowing that, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans, all right, morally the elect, all right, the poor of this world, okay, they're being made rich by what? By this wisdom. All right, their heart is perfect with the Lord. All right, and that goes judging not a man by his outward appearance. That goes into the 1 Samuel, the 16th chapter. All right, you're supposed to judge a man by his outward countenance. All right, because the Most High, he does not see men as you see men. Okay. Continuous is 3. The bee is little among such as a fly, but her fruit is the chief of sweet things. All right, so I mean, it's number 1. All right, as small as a bee is, how much does the world delight in its fruit, in its honey? Okay, without bees, the earth cannot survive, and that's a proven fact. All right, this is 4. Boast not of thy clothing and raiment, of your status, or your things, and exalt not thyself in the day of honor. Okay, because again, the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. As quick as he can set you up, as quick as he can set you down. All right, for the works of the Lord are wonderful, and his works are among men, and his works among men are hidden. All right, because what you see right now, it has to be seen with a spiritual eye. All right, we are building spiritually the new kingdom to come. All right, and it's hidden. All right, but it's plain to the righteous, but it's a stumbling block onto the wicked. We see the kingdom of heaven being ran in righteousness. Why? Because we have that vision, we have that wisdom. All right, and with this wisdom is how we're going to run the whole face of the earth. All right, in righteousness. Continuing, this is 5. Many kings have sat down upon the ground. All right, many kings have been taken down. Okay, and one that was never thought of have won the crown. All right, and a perfect example of that is King David. All right, a perfect example of that is King David. All right, so real fast, this is 1 Chronicles 17:7. Now therefore thus shalt thou say unto my servant Jacob. Salakia, David, getting excited. This is 1 Chronicles 17:7. Now therefore thus shalt thou say unto my servant David, thus saith the Lord Yahawah of hosts, I took thee from the sheepcote, even from following the sheep, that thou shouldest be ruler over my people Israel. All right, because King David, he kept the sheep. All right, he herded the sheep, and he was he was on farms and stuff. All right, but here the Most High brought him over all the people of Israel and all the people over the world. All right, King David, all right, ruled the whole earth. All right, coming just from being a sheep herder. Okay, and that's just a perfect example. of the Most High set someone up that has never been thought of to wear the crown. Okay, King David was never thought of to be the ruler of Israel. All right, and the Most High's favorite. Okay, because King David, his throne is going to be brought back again. Okay, and it's going to be brought back of old. Okay, and that's going to be the new ruling government, the new ruling body of the earth. All right, that's Isaiah the 9th chapter and the 7th verse. All right, that government, the throne of David, the house of David. Okay, that's what's being built as we speak. Okay, spiritually. Okay, and it's hidden. All right, to natural men. All right, but with the men you see out here, we're not natural. We're not natural men. All right, we're the new future rulers of the earth. Okay. Just real fast, it's 8. And I have been with thee, whithersoever thou hast walked, and have cut off all thine enemies from before thee, and have made thee a name like the name of the great men that are in the earth. Exactly, the Most High, he brings up whoever he desires, whoever he wants to. Okay. And to get into that, well, first let me go back to Sirach, the 11th chapter. Okay, this is the 12th verse. Okay, Sirach 11 and 12. Again, there is another that is slow and hath need of help, wanting ability and full of poverty. Yet the eye of the Lord looked upon him for good. It set him up from his low estate. And again, a perfect example is Malak Dawadah, King David. All right, this is 13. And lifted up his head from misery, so that many that saw it marveled at him. Prosperity and adversity, life and death. Prosperity and adversity, life and death, poverty and riches come of the Lord. Exactly. All right. So to more expound on that, this is 1 Samuel, the 2nd chapter and the 6th verse. The Lord Yahawah killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord Yahawah maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. All right. This is 8. He raiseth up the poor out of the dust, and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill, to set them among princes, and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord Yahawah's. Okay, exactly. And he hath set the world upon them. All right. He will keep the feet of his saints, and the wicked shall be silent in darkness, for by strength shall no man prevail. All right, this is 10. This is 10. The adversary of the Lord Yahawah shall be broken to pieces. Out of the heaven shall he thunder upon them. The Lord Yahawah shall judge the ends of the earth, and he shall give strength unto his king. All right, and exalt the horn of his anointed. All right, because the Most High chosen are the ones that are going to be inheriting the kingdom of heaven. All right, the world that you see today is not the kingdom of heaven. All right, this is you so-called Negro Latinos and Native Americans hell. All right, this is your punishment. All right, and it just shows the mercy of the Lord, because he even let the heathen, which chiefly he hates, Esau, all right, and was a man of his word, and let him have his time of rulership. All right, but it goes into why did the heathen rage? All right, because this is just mercy from the Heavenly Father. You're not at all supposed to be ruling the earth, period. All right, but we're the ones that went off. All right, this is all according to Most High's plan. All right, and that his king, all right, Malak Dawadah, or above Malak Dawadah is YAHAWASHI, all right, is gonna be exalted. All right, and the strength will be given unto them. All right, because right now our strength is taken from us. You know, more that goes into a whole other lesson. All right, but the Most High's inheritance, all right, the King of Kings, all right, is his children, and his children are your so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the covenant, the promises is promised unto you. Okay, these promises weren't given unto the heathen. Okay, this is just their consolation. All right, because they're going to be in subjection forever and ever. All right, under that royal government, a royal body, or the throne of David, the house of David. Okay, under Yahawah, then under YAHAWASHI. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Shai, all right, shall be exalted by his men. Okay, because he ruleth in the kingdom of men. All right, the kingdom which is in heaven shall be done so on earth, and the ones that are going to do it is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, because the kingdom of heaven has been given unto you. All right. So going back to Sirach chapter 11, this is the 20th verse. Be steadfast in thy covenant, exactly, and be conversant therein, and wax old in thy work. All right, this work of the Lord. All right, because this is our job. We are going to be the new rulers of the kingdom to come, and we have a lot of work to do. All right, and it doesn't stop on this side. This is just brainstorming. This is the blueprint. Okay, and then pretty soon we'll start acting upon it. But right now, we have to work. All right, wax old means, wax old in your work. Okay, and that goes into 1 Corinthians the 15th chapter and 8th verse. Abounding. Okay, we're supposed to continue and doing this work of the Lord. Okay, because even when the Lord returns, our work is not going to finish. We have to build this kingdom up. Okay, we have to clean out all this mess. Okay, I was talking to Brother Kanakla yesterday. It's a process. Okay, we have to clean up the earth. We have to get rid of all the rebels. All right, and planning on our next steps for building up the kingdom of heaven. Okay, it's going to be a process. All right, just how the time is played out here right now, day to day. It's going to be the same way in the kingdom of heaven. All right, the day is going to be much longer. All right, because we got a lot of work to do. Okay, but it starts here on this side. All right, it says 21. Marvel not at the works of sinners. Okay, we're not supposed to envy the reward of the wicked, because the triumph of the wicked is but for a moment. All right, that's Job 20 and 8. Okay, they don't have that much time left. All right, we're not supposed to worry about how the ungodly shall be punished. All right, because the Most High is not dealing with them. All right, continuing, but trust in the Lord and abide in thy labor. All right, abounding. Okay, for it is an easy thing in the sight of the Lord on the sudden to make a poor man rich. Okay, in the sudden make a poor man rich, in a twinkle of an eye, at the last trump. Okay, we shall be set as the rulers of the earth. All right, and rightfully so. All right. Yeah, because even right here in Sirach, the 10th chapter, in the last verse, 31st verse, he that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? Okay, right now the Most High is honoring his saints in their poverty. All right, in our lowest estate. So what more when we're in our glory? Okay, and he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty? Okay, so you Edomites, you other heathen nations, you're dishonorable, you're unworthy rulers. Okay, so how much more you're dishonorable in your riches? So how much more when you're in your poverty? Okay, but eventually the other heathen nations, they'll be set back in their stead after their hardcore punishment. Okay, but you Edomites, you so-called white men, women, and children, all right, you shall be cut off and die, all right, forever. Okay, but continuing, this is 22, Sirach 11 and 22. The blessing of the Lord is in the reward of the godly, exactly, and suddenly he maketh his blessing to flourish. All right, exactly, in the twinkle of an eye, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans are going to be the new rulers of the earth. Okay, it's 23. Say not, what profit is there of my service, and what good things shall I have there hereafter? All right, because that's you not being steadfast in the covenant. All right, and understanding that it's a promise, the promises and the covenant and everything that dwells of the Most High is promised unto you, meaning the reward is made for your sakes. Okay, so an example of that was Peter. Okay, this is we're still closing out here. This is Matthew chapter 19, and I'm gonna start at verse 28. All right, and Yahawashi said unto them, oh no, I'll start at 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have thereof? All right, so us in this world, we've died. All right, and our life is given unto YAHAWASHI, meaning our time. All our time is continuing on heavenly things. Okay, in the kingdom to come, where we're planning, we're meditating, and first of all, we're hoping for mercy. All right, from YAHAWASHI, but we have forsaken all. We have left all the dreams and desires and hopes we had in this life and put it all in the life to come. okay, which is profitable to us. Okay. But here Peter says we have forsaken all. What shall we have thereof? All right, so what's our reward? Okay, this is 28. And YAHAWASHI said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, or when YAHAWASHI comes back here on earth, ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, that government. Okay, this is 29. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive an 100-fold, and shall inherit everlasting life. Okay, this is 30. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Okay, so that's perfect for you so-called niggas, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay, but many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. All right, we're last in everything. Okay, the only thing we're first in is in sports. Okay, but when it comes to a rulership, all right, we're last. We have no say so. We're just consumers. We're servants. That's all we are in this kingdom. Okay, but here it is. You so-called niggas, Latinos, Native Americans are going to be the new rulers of the earth. All right, and whatever you forsake on this side, you shall receive 100-fold in the next side. Okay, this is an investment. All right, because it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. All right, and that when is now, because Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth. All right, and Jacob, all right, the seed of Jacob shall inherit the earth forever, because again, the earth was made for their sakes. So now it's time for them to receive their blessing. Okay, which is the earth. All right, and wherever else we take off at, because there's many mansions in the house of the Lord. Okay, in my Father's house there are many mansions. So wherever we are in the universe, okay, because I say the world, meaning the whole universe is ours. Okay, and we're gonna be ruling the universe in righteousness. Okay, that government of David. Okay, and you so-called niggas, Latinos, and Native Americans have the promises of that onto you. All right, so the Lord's witness is edifying, and as always, I want to give our praises to Yahawah, Ba'ashim Yal-Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the whole collective Israel. Shalom.